let me tell you about this painting, what I did yesterday. This was a plein air painting for a plein air competition that's happening at White Bear Lake, Minnesota this week. And so I went out yesterday and thought I had plenty of time because this is not something that I've done a lot lately. And so I went out and got to the spot that I wanted to paint about 6:30 in the evening. Sunset I had studied on was going to be about 8:30. So I thought, okay, I have a couple of hours to paint, which turns out to be a lot of stuff to try to do in 2 hours, because what happens is the sun moves and sets a lot faster than you think. So at every stage I'm working on this painting and I'm behind. So every time I look at the sun and the clouds, everything has changed. Not only that, but it kept getting better. The sunset was getting more and more beautiful as I went. And so, well, I don't want to paint it how it was 15 minutes ago. Now I want to paint it how it is now. And it kept running away from me. So I got to the end of the day and just was running out of light and time. I was painting on a fishing dock, and so people were coming and going and walking around the fishing dock, and it was a floating dock. So it was doing this all the time. And that also made it a real challenge. On top of that, this was almost one of those occasions again where I was paying my ADHD tax because I got about halfway to the lake and remembered that I had forgotten to bring any canvases, the canvases that I made for this plein air competition. And so I am laughing at myself and thinking, maybe, is it possible I have a canvas in the back of my car somewhere? Because being an artist, you know, it's always a possibility. And so when I got there, I rummaged through the back of my car, and sure enough, I found a canvas. It was a used canvas. It was a canvas that somebody had given me and already had a painting on it, but they didn't care. It was something I could paint over. And so I did have a canvas that had its challenges too, though, because there were textures and bumps on it and things like that. And you can even see, if you look closely at the image of the painting that I've had close up here, you could see the edges of the wooden stretcher and everything, unfortunately, but there wasn't a whole lot I could do with that. I'm finding that that's a problem using a palette knife on a canvas, a stretched canvas. I think palette knife would work a lot better on a wood panel because you won't have that problem. But that's what I had. I was working with a palette knife. This is the painting. This was out at Bald Eagle Park on White Bear Lake in Minnesota. Or was it White Bear Lake? May have been a different lake, but it was called Bald Eagle Park, or maybe Otter Lake. And so this was near, there was a pavilion, there was a boat launch, and so the boat launch is just right over here on this side. And I was standing on the fishing dock and watching the sun go down and just going crazy, trying to frantically keep up with the pace of this sunset and these beautiful clouds. So here it is, and I'll be out again perhaps tonight. We'll see. Now I have in mind that I want to do a nocturne because I think that would be a really amazing plein air kind of thing to do. Come to find out, the moon doesn't rise until 11:15 p.m. tonight. So I'll have to wait till at least 11:15 p.m. and then I'll be up till 3 o'clock probably at least. In addition, it's cloudy, it's overcast. It may be breaking up by then. I'm going to have to keep an eye on things. So if it's overcast, it won't make any difference and I won't go out and paint. But tomorrow and the next day I'll be out painting and doing the rest of the paintings that I want to do for this competition and exhibit. So I will keep you up to date on those. Here it is. I haven't named it yet, but this was my first plein air painting for the White Bear Center for the Arts competition that's happening now. So thanks for coming by, and I'll see you soon.